G'day and welcome to Talking Severance, where we're talking Severance, specifically episode 2. I feel episode 2 was a much better episode.
Season 2 as well.
Season 2, episode 2, sorry, yeah. So, 2.
Mhm.
So, and joining me is Miss J. How you doing, Miss J?
Good, good.
Good to hear, good to hear. So, what were your overall thoughts before we get into any of the details of the second episode?
I thought it was a good episode. I thought it felt like nothing had happened, but a lot had happened. We got a lot of information on things, and it was good to see, I guess, Helly's outie.
Yeah, I found that to be one of the. I think it was good to see all the Audis. So,
True. We only got a glimpse into Dylan before, and we got Irving again.
yeah, the only thing we knew of Irving is he likes to paint and listen to was it Motorhead?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ace of Spades
Ace
was
of
fine.
Spades, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we got was really it was key because it was the stuff that we hadn't got all last season. So I think seeing their perspective and seeing the way in which seeing Milkcheck outside is kind of cool. Very visually stunning this episode, I got to say. I really enjoyed
Mhm.
some of the shots. There was a lot of shots that you could have just
Directing was really good.
yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah. Me too.
All right, well, how about we get into some of the episode and things that we liked and some of the shots that we liked and
Yep. Let's go.
yeah. So this is I felt like when he came back, it felt like he knew that he was just desevered or resevered or what it was.
Mm.
Um, it was really weird some of the questions that she was asking. I get that's their own little thing that's probably going to come into to play later on.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get why she just didn't say it all to him there and then. Just like get in the room here now. I've got to talk to you. Wait until everyone leaves the party and. But even there, he physically looks different. I can tell that's
Mm.
Audi Mark straight off the bat.
Actually, where is he? I'm trying to find the scene. Where is the line? So is this you now?
Yeah.
I like that. For someone who I feel like she's not a part of Lumen, I kind of feel like she knows more about it than she's letting on.
There's a lot of information that she's gathering. I think in this one, we now know that she's
Maybe
hated.
she's on the board. Sorry, go on.
No, I think she's when it comes to Loom, I think she's one of those anti-severance people. Like we saw that crowd that he had a go at earlier on in the first season when he was on the date.
Mm.
That were around the Kia
Yeah.
statue. Yeah, I think she has something to do with that mob or that group. The way in which she's getting a lot of information. So and I think that she's smart enough to she's smarter than what she appears. And I still have no idea why she's with who she's with, unless he's somehow hyper wealthy, which is a possibility.
I don't know. Unless he's just some big wig like you mentioned before. He's a big wig in the Lumen business, or he's something high and he's
Well,
rich, or he's something.
he
Someone
he could
he's important somehow.
yeah he could be like a fifth or sixth cousin to Helly. Still in the family, still wealthy enough, but not the sort of guy that you want on the board or running your company, sort of thing. That's why he has all of these little friends that come over and they love his book. And the only people that we've seen who really enjoy his books and everything like that are those who are severed. So maybe all of his friends are severed.
Yeah, I don't know. Looking at the wedding photo.
Yeah. So his internal rationalization was, I was looking at it and that happened. I was just holding on to it. Like I get why he's putting up these walls about
Mm.
it. because he was. So it was not. What they say, 90 minutes. It was. Couldn't have been that long, or 37, 39 minutes, or whatever it was, that he was severed for or desevered. I don't know. I don't know what the Audi term would be.
Don't know.
Yeah, when any mark went out.
Sounds
Mm.
gross.
If you look at it that way.
All right. And here comes. We assume this is her dad, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. From
Mm.
all, what does he call it? Like a blithering muppet or something?
Something. Yeah. Let's have a. The text is on so we can see.
Fetid moppet.
Yeah. That's such a
It's an old
older sort of. Yeah.
yeah. So
Then again, if they're using old language, if you will, and they use old computers and old technology, maybe there's something there about it.
so like moppet is a terminology that you use for like a child, like a little one. It's a moppet. Um, fetid is like rancid or smelling. It's another term, like, so saying like you're a smelling kid. But I don't know if that's what does fetid smell mean. Fetid's extremely bad on fetid moppet. Okay. Uh, so James, not James, James, because it's only one of them. James Egan is calling his daughter a smelly child in wake of a jaw-dropping scandal, at the gala. Yeah. So you smelly child.
What an odd thing to say.
It's probably something that she was concerned about as a kid, or maybe it was something that he was using as a like a punishment or as a insult that was specific to her. So, because I know he called her in the previous episode, the last episode, it was something rube. He called her as well. Like he's using very weird old
What a
style
jerk.
language.
Such an asshole.
Oh, like he's you can see he's blaming her for it. How dare you get severed on my watch? But I think they made it pretty clear we're not supposed to like this guy, and this is supposed to give us a, well, okay, Helly might be one of the good ones. So I still think she, based on the next scene coming up, I definitely think she's one of the main bad guys. I think she's going to be the main bad guy, and Helly's going to be the one of the good guy.
Okay, that's interesting.
This guy, he's I don't know if he's supposed to be related to them or anything, because he later
Don't
on
know.
he calls what's her name, sister. I didn't know what that was about, whether that's a
Didn't
religious type thing. Yeah, but he's a freaking unit. My God.
he? Now, poor Dylan, he's going to be like, I don't even know what happened. Like, at this time, he doesn't know what happened. And we just assume it was Milchick belted the shit out of him.
Well,
And I
yeah.
kind of feel sorry for Dylan. Like, I mean, I guess I feel sorry for his innie and his outie. He doesn't know what happened,
Well, you're waking
even
up.
though he's told. But
You're waking up with basically a concussion. You're like, oh God, this sucks. You go home, and then within an hour, you're told that you're fired because you started a fight. It's like,
mm,
but I didn't do anything.
mm.
I walked into work, and now I've got a headache.
It kind of brings up a moral thing. Are there innies? Can they really be held accountable for what their innies do?
That's yeah. I mean, that's a good question with it, because where does, okay?
Where do they become a conscious? Even though they're a conscious person, but where do they become a? I can't think of the word.
Well,
Yeah.
when are they people like, so say for instance everyone that is born has inalienable rights within every country within the world because they were born, and everything, being born is the key thing. These people, the innies, they were never born, they were created.
Mm,
So their
that's
personalities and
true.
everything
They
like
were.
that. So do they have any rights based on that aspect?
Yeah. So it's like, well, if there are any steals, should the Audi be punished for it?
Because we know that
It's
it
interesting,
works
isn't
the
it?
other way around. When because it happened with Irving. When his Audi was up all night drinking and painting and everything, and then Irving was falling asleep at work. Irving got punished for that. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like this scene here alone shows a lot of it shows more than it's intended as well.
Mm-hmm. And nothing's said. It's just an action.
Yeah,
He's just walking up some stairs with ice on his head. Yeah, it's good.
he even holds his shoulders differently. He's not as confident. Like I think
True.
if this was anyone, he'd be swearing, he'd be plotting his revenge. He'd be like,
Well, I think he would be. Yes, I think. I definitely think he's out. He's not as confident as he's innie.
no, nowhere near.
That's for sure.
In the scene coming up soon. Yeah, we find a lot of that out.
Mm. If you look at, and they're still in there, but it's such a cult. Whatever this Lumen thing is.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. It's a I'm not even gonna say it's a cult. I'm gonna say it's a full blown religion. Like it has
Same thing.
documentation. Well, no, cults and religions are different based on you got dogmas and you got things. But what a religion has over uh, a cult is a lot of form written rules, and it has time. Cults are only usually
Sure.
one generation sort of thing, but this is going back like hundreds of years with this, and
Mhm.
this is something that you would see for a king
Same
or a
thing.
deity sort of thing, or a religious figure. Got to make sure it's even in the dark. It's lit up. There's so much like internal symbolism that you could pick with it. And also the difference between religions and cults, a lot of the times is the religions have a lot more money, as you can see with this one. That's why I think it's more of a religion versus a cult. Because I think with a cult, the people who are in charge don't believe what they're preaching, where in a religion they do.
Hard to say, but it's Milkchick. Milkchick? I think it's
Hmm.
his name wrong. Milkchick? It looks like it's a very industrial sort of building. And it kind of gives me, I kind of get the vibes of like an old action or old sci-fi type um film from like the 80s.
It definitely has older vibes.
But yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
Just has that old sort of, because like like you look at how you say his name, Milkshake.
milkshake.
Milkshake. Sorry, let's call him Milkshake. Um, he even looks like he's from the 80s.
That's why he looks older. Like,
Dress.
yeah, finding out that the guy's a year younger than me, I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
they really dressed this dude up, didn't
Yeah,
they? That scene, I
yeah,
love that when he's walking. I should use my cursor.
yeah.
Where he's walking over here. She's here. Looks really cool.
Yeah, as you stated earlier when we were watching it, it kind of reminds you of a video game
A video
character.
game.
Yeah,
Not a video game character, just like an old, like a, what were
like
those old games?
platforming, two
Yeah,
D scrolling platformer. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Mm. She even walks weird too.
I think it's because the clothes that she's in as
The
well.
dress. I was wondering if it was the dress.
It's kind of hard to walk with a purpose when you're all just like that. I love anything that they can utilize a cool shot like this. I'm hoping that this wasn't a CGI type one, and it was based in because the way in which it looks like it was shot on a drone or a crane cam or even a flying fox cam.
Hmm. I didn't even notice this before, but there is one dude sitting at a table just here.
A security guard, maybe.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
was he the guy that? No, that was a different thing. Never mind.
And I love how this shot here. You've got Patricia Arquette, like here's the edge of the window, here's the edge of it here. If this was really done on a drone, the blocking was fantastic. And then you've got Helly over here. She's perfectly in center of. Oh, actually, she's not. She's quite. They're a little bit off center. Actually, see.
just like her character. I mean, this would have been a bastard to light properly, and get done. Like as I was saying, I'm hoping it's not a CGI one. Um,
Yeah, see, look at Patricia Arquette. She's got a little bit more room in front of her, and Helly,
yeah,
she doesn't. She's just got that little bit more extra room behind her,
yeah,
so she's uncomfortable. Obviously, Helly is uncomfortable in this scene,
yeah.
and I love this shot. Look at all the lines. Look at the lighting, the table.
Well,
Everything is leading.
yeah, the single point focus to everything at the
Mm.
end. Not only that, they love to play with reflections. Like if you look at the end, so you even see Helly in that shot standing at
Mhm.
the end of the table. Like,
Some say the directing was great, the lighting was great, everything was great in this.
man, I'd hate to be the gaffer that had to set everything up. Like, look at how perfect those chairs are.
Mhm. And you know they'd be picky about it too.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I'm not too sure who the director was for this one. I thought it was Ben Stiller the way in which it was shot. So, but whoever did direct this episode, especially when it comes to the cinematographer that they're working with, or DOP, they need to do more stuff because visually it tells a lot of stories.
She's so stiff. She's like
Almost
she's
robotic
yeah, she's almost like the actions of how Christopher Walken talks.
and exaggerated. I'm walking.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, you go from seeing Miss Cobell being Helly's boss, and now here you see Helly R being Miss Cobell's boss. It's kind of a interesting dynamic, I think.
Yeah, I like the duality of power. It all depends on what side of the table you're sitting on and what defines real power. The only reason that she has the power over Helly is because Helly allows it to happen. But technically, it's not the power over her; it's her any.
I love how those the door center frame.
As I said, they've
It's
done
a
a
nice
lot.
shot. It
They've
is.
done
We
a
can.
lot of work to make it look like it may be just a little thing, but the fact that each of the edges of the chairs have a little bit of a gleam to them as well. So it's almost like it's a runway.
True. And Helly's got it is too, and Helly's got chunky
Mm.
earrings. Quite noticeable and they stand out.
Especially
Statement
in
piece.
silhouette. Yeah, of course.
Mm.
She's the heiress to the biggest company in the world.
Yeah. I feel like the way that so she asks for an apology. She looks down, she looks up and she goes, I apologize. The board apologizes. My father apologizes. I feel like when you say to someone, oh, I apologize, it's not a very um I feel like when you say I apologize, it's not a meaningful apology versus when you say I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a formal way, but not an authentic way. Because I can remember when we were first watching it, you said you've got to at least say I'm sorry, and then she says it a second later. You're like, oh, I didn't think she
It's
was
like
going to
it's
say
like
that.
having that behind your back saying I'm sorry when you say I apologize.
Yeah.
It's not a genuine thing, and I thought that was
It's
interesting.
like, yeah, of course I apologize. Yeah.
Of course, I didn't. Yeah,
Oh, so I'm so apologetic.
I don't know. I can't pick it. She's just
She got such a punchable face at this stage. Like it's so weird. Like it's one of those ones where you look at it, you're just like, oh, I don't like you. Your little movements of your mouth, you're just being so smug. Like my father apologizes. I got like it means
smug's
nothing.
probably the word. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's smiling when she says it as well.
Mhm.
Like
We treated you poorly. She's still smiling. Let's see how it changes when she says I'm sorry. Yeah, see that one come across a genuine. She's not smiling there. She put her head down. She come to the same
yeah,
plane. I'm sorry.
smoke's gone as well. So
Yeah. And then this is and she's just like, I actually got an apology out of you. What?
Mm.
That actually worked?
Yeah, she's like,
Was that
holy shit, I must have some power in this situation.
punk? Yeah.
But little does she know, she doesn't.
Mm.
Also, what happens here at the end of the episode when she says to Mark, "You're so easily bought," I think she's talking about herself.
Mm.
I think she's angry, not at Mark. That's why she screams. Because
Mm-hmm.
if she was really just leaving, she would have told Mark what she needed, what was going on, everything. But because she just sold her soul for a different position, even though it's just a position to get her away from the severed people.
Yeah, as I said last night, we watched it. It's a severance package.
But sorry, actually, could you say that again?
It's a severance package. You actually had that. That's funny.
I was going to do that one. I was going to do this one. Not wrong one. This one.
What?
Apparently, I can't stop the sound from playing. Okay. Well, there you go.
Funny.
Lesson learnt. More you know.
Look at the look on
See,
her face.
she looks so weird here. I don't know what it is. It's something with her eyes. I think that because they're way more dilate, like I can't pick it, but she's an odd chook.
Mm. Isn't she what?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, we're
It's a
gonna,
made up job just for you, love.
yeah. Yeah. It's well, don't think of it as a punishment. Think of it as a promotion, like golden
Well,
handcuffs.
that's what. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what it is.
You get a desk and a pay job, and you get zero responsibility.
And you get money, maybe
And now, because
usually.
you're an employee, you're stuck with this NDA for the next 10 years. You can't say shit. Oh,
You
but
reckon that's what it was?
and it comes with a brand new house as well, Lumen paid for.
Yeah. That's why she has to move.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why she has to move. And that's why she's so frustrated at the end.
She wants to be near her boyfriend, Mark.
No, my boyfriend. You mean her ex-husband?
What?
Well, I mean, she's going around doing all the things that a doteable wife would do to him. Maybe there's some way that you can swap severed bodies out in this. Getting close with the family, holding the baby. Who knows? Maybe there's something. Maybe there's something to do with it. That's why she gets so interested whenever when she was around. He was around. Uh, Gemma, because maybe that's not really Gemma.
Who knows? It's weird to see her call her Harmony.
Yeah, gotta say, her hair looks pretty freaking good.
Damage control time.
Okay, this is
She
what
looks uncomfortable.
I wanted to say. Like, look at the technology that they're using here.
Mm.
It's old clunky ASCII style keyboards. It's a 4:3 monitor. It's a CRT tube. It's not a flat screen. It looks like 70s style technology,
Or 80s, yeah.
but with a little bit of a flare up. Have we seen mobile phones in this? I feel like we have, but I just don't remember. We had to because she called on the phone, didn't she, Miss Covell?
Mm-hmm. I didn't actually think of that, actually. Yeah.
But I don't know
Hmm.
if I think there's a shot coming up where Harmony's leaving, and you see the car park, and they're all 60s and
They're all
70s.
old
Yeah.
cars. Could be 80s, 90s cars, even. Yeah. Oh, I better put it back on here.
So with the damage control that she's doing now, and what they told us in the first episode about how the innies are the face of Severance reform. Do you think that that has to be all bullshit, right? Because if they've basically said they've covered up everything, why would they parade the innies out and do all that sort of stuff if there is nothing to fix? If they fix it all with this,
Don't know, to be honest.
yeah,
Don't know.
this is the most, yeah. Oh, I definitely believe every word that you're saying here.
See, I think it doesn't matter what you say. The damage is already done.
But they were able to confiscate a lot of things. It wasn't going live. That was the thing. It was a gala for a group of people who were a part of the company and other stuff. Did they say that's? I think they said they confiscated phones, or did they say footage? You got to listen to the wording that they do with this because it's very.
Where do they talk about the?
Uh, it
Oh
was
shit!
when Cobell was talking to
Oh,
what do you call it?
to Helly.
I know the check gets found on a bike kind of makes me like him even more.
Yeah, what a cool. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, just he's not this. I feel like he's like a deadliest. You know they say that, yeah, I don't know if you've killed someone in a day when you're seven, sort of thing.
Hmm.
I feel like that would be his job. If he was seven, he'd be torturing people or something. Because one, he's
Ooh,
like a brick
creepy.
shit house.
That's true.
Get away on a motorbike. He's just so cold. How are you younger than me?
So I feel like Irving's just pretending he doesn't know what happened.
Well, yeah, he knows that something went along. That's why he was like, out of all the people that were going on, I wish they didn't show us Irving's story because then I would definitely believe that um,
Yep.
he's an insider. Like that, the Irving that we're seeing is not the. Is the we're only saying there's only one Irving, is what I'm saying,
Mm.
because he's very calculated with stuff, and also he's been there for quite a while, I think. So he has an older chip in his head.
Didn't think of that. I don't know, what did she say?
Yeah, her actions affected real life people around the world. Then they're showing Milchik going around firing everyone.
Liar.
Do you think that?
You're a fucking liar.
Do you think that's true? Do you think that he believes that? Out of all the people that are there, he doesn't consider Mark a friend. I don't think.
Well, unless before Mark was there that him and Irving were friends.
Yeah, because Mark's been there three. I think the one who's been there the longest was Dylan. I think they said. Yeah. Even the wording, I'd feel confident he would approve of me saying so. Like, it's not like, no, we're friends. But to say that I feel confident that he would approve of me saying that, just like, if he's your friend, you would know whether he would be like, yeah,
Hmm. Exactly. And do you know how was it? Milkshake said to, was it Helly? No. Or was it Mark? No, it must have been Mark. something about feelings can come from the innie and the outie can feel it.
Yeah,
I wonder if maybe he's trying to bank on the fact that Irving probably feels like they are friends.
and I feel like that's why each of these people have been selected because of a strong feeling. I think this guy has a lot of uh, anger in his real world. He's a very angry sort of person. That's why he was selected because the numbers that they find and everything are based on emotions. You know, you feel that some are scary, some are this like that, and they really, really want Mark. And I think it has something to do with Mark's grief.
Maybe they think that someone's grief could push them further, manipulate them further, maybe
Maybe that, or maybe
control them.
like like modern world, they do stuff with AI where they give people things, and the AI learns what to do. Maybe this is the chip trying to overcome these emotions. They're using these guys as the guinea pigs to train the chip in the head how to turn those things off.
Hmm.
Because
Good theory.
outside Mark and innie Mark are very different people.
Mm.
You can clearly see that Irving is anti-authoritarian. Like he's very doesn't give a shit about the government like that. He doesn't like rules, the way that he's dressed, the way that he's doing things. He's very anti-establishment. Where in Irving is very by the books, by the numbers. It's like taking their biggest emotional flaw or emotional baggage and removing that and seeing what the person inside is. Mark, without his trauma and everything like that, he's just a happy guy at work. He still cares about stuff. He cares about his team. That's why he's willing to do stuff for his team.
Yep.
Um, Dylan, he's competent. He's the most competent, arrogant person inside and outside. He's so like look at his face there. He's just like, wait, what?
Can't believe it.
It was brief but violent. You lying prick.
Oh, hang on. Now it's going back to. Hmm. What happened?
Like that's his first thing. He's like, what am I supposed to tell my wife? Like I'm afraid, like, yeah, you take his biggest thing is he's probably self-loathing. He's distrusting of his ability. Yet he's the employee of the month, the longest. He's the most efficient worker that's there,
Yep.
and that's why they wanted someone else to get the reward. Even Cobell said, "Yeah, anyone but Dylan," because he's won it too many times.
Mm-hmm.
See, the funny thing about it was like he'd already belted the shit out of Milkshake. Remember when he found out he had a kid? He bit him. Didn't he bite him on the neck, on the shoulder?
I don't remember.
Yeah, when he found out that he had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Also, look at that's a crazy looking street.
Could be a symbol for something. Could mean aliens.
Yeah, it's a cool little symbol. Not only that, I mean, if that's not a Lumen house, I don't know what is.
Mm.
It's so neat and pristine, and
Skip the intro.
yeah, we'll do a full breakdown of the intro at a later stage. So don't punish the baby. It's such a weird thing to
This
say.
wasn't its fault.
Yeah,
Why do they keep referring to the baby as it?
could be a I don't see the baby as human. It could be uh, baby records trying to raise the kid non-binary. I don't know. They've never said that.
It's a robot.
Well, we know the baby's real,
Yeah.
but maybe they're robots, or as I said, maybe they're severed.
Something. Okay, here's a quick thought. Could they, and do you think they would, put chips in babies?
Why would they need to though?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I guess if you put a chip in a baby's head from the time that they're born, they don't need to have to get severed later on because it's always there. You always have that ability to.
Yeah. Scary. All right.
A baby's fake, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. They don't want to pay to have two babies on set. Just get a fake one.
Are you saying the father is the baby?
Yes. No.
Oh.
Obviously, they always hire twins.
Yeah. Like, I don't believe for a second this guy cleans up after himself.
Mm-mm. Look at the shot. Look how there's that bit of wood in between them two.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't even notice. It's hard to notice. Bit of wood here. His area is closed off.
Yeah. Yeah. He's being confronted by
Is
everything
it meant to
around him.
say he's isolated?
Yeah.
That's insane. Didn't notice that when we watched it. That's cool.
And look, there's a woman in front of an oven. That's based. Based also means to, you're basing stuff in it. Never mind. It was a double-ended joke. He knows something. Look, she's
Rickon
pushing.
has to fucking know something.
His name's Rickon. It's a fancy name. Who the hell, apart from royalty, have you ever known been called Rickon?
I've never heard the name before, but I'm sus of him.
Yeah. Rickon, Rebecca. So, like you said, oh, she's alive. She screamed it after they already had the baby. The baby was already safe. Like, we know what room the baby was kept in because it's the same room as the photo. So he waited for everyone to get the baby being back. She looked over, and then he ran out and screamed, "She's alive!" I don't think I could convince anyone of that.
Oh, that's right. She's having to explain to him what was going on.
Yeah. Hmm. Then again, yeah, like he's talking, he's trying to change the subject, but at the same time, he's just like, I don't think he can help but be like a diehard liberal or like a humanitarian as well. He's just like, he did this, so it has to be important.
Mm.
Where at this stage, Mark's feelings are irrelevant to him. It's about the other guy
Yeah.
because he loved the book.
That was one thing I thought was funny because then you can't, because Mark then kind of pulls the face when he says that. It's like, wait,
It's like, wait, what?
what book? I read it. Huh? You talking about?
Yeah.
Huh? It's funny that even she knows both the names.
Yeah. Well, she would have heard both of them from. Well, she would have known. So actually, which one's which?
Cobell's the work one, and what was the other one?
Harmony is the other one. Yeah. She was her nurse, baby nurse. So yeah. It's like, don't say it like that. Like, he's still having a hard time with the whole idea of separation.
Yeah.
Like, I get it because he's never had to I guess experience it because realistically he hasn't. Yeah, this is, I remember. Yeah, went to a lot of the abuses, and that's what I thought. Like, he brings that point up, but if he's really saying that, it goes against my initial theory that he's actually a part of it, or maybe he's bringing that up because he knows what's going on there.
Maybe.
It could be as simple as that his biggest fans are innies for his book. So he's just like,
You think he knows that?
well, he does because he even mentions that how much Mark loved his book. Well, Innie Mark.
Right. But does he know it was any Mark?
Pretty sure he does. I think that's what he mentions. So
Right. Oh, look, it's a milkshake.
he brings all the boys to the yard.
Oh, that I've heard, yes.
I mean, it should be weird enough that he's turned up there, and then they're just going, "Wait a minute, how do you know he was over here tonight?" Like,
That's what I thought, but clearly that thing's a tracker.
oh yeah, but I mean, like, you've obviously got to be cool with that being Mark, if that's the case.
I'm sorry. Go back, hang on.
They went out of the way to emphasize the helmet too, which was trying to
There's
figure
something
out
about the helmet.
why.
Hang on a second.
Yeah,
I like that she covers the picture. But
yeah.
doesn't that look like an astronaut's helmet?
Make it a
But
little bit
blackened?
more.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
Oh, you've got it? Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks like an astronaut's helmet.
astronaut. It looks a little alien versus, like a normal bike helmet.
Are they trying to say he's not normal? He's a freak?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Like, it's one of those technologies that looks out of place because everything else is very like 70s, 60s sort of thing. So
I love how they got the reflection of the lights in there, and there's three of them. I don't
yeah,
know what that's supposed to mean, but maybe it means something.
could be.
That's a cool shot. Look at that. Got
So much negative
a little bit
space
of a
too.
shot there, yeah. A little bit of reflection there. I can just see it covered or something there.
If we need to access your work, was it personage of company crowds? Like that's such a big. I mean, I would assume that's a violation of privacy that they've
I was
got
literally
access.
just
Yeah,
thinking that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
he's also feels like he's looking away when he's talking to him. I noticed that he was looking like in between them.
Let's have a quick look.
Yeah. So if you just go out and play it when he's talking. Yeah, he's never really looking at the
He looks
sister.
like he was looking for an excuse. That's why he was looking off. Like, oh,
Yeah,
what can I say?
well, it's like, oh, I've got to make up something on the spot and then deal with it later, because
Mm-hmm.
he's good at improvising like he did
Mm-hmm.
previously. Well,
Yep.
technically not previously yet, but yeah.
Yep. Yep. Any markers in the house. But how does? Oh, I guess if he has a tracker in his head, they know he didn't leave the premise.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, how do they know he was there? But yeah. Look out. Good line. Exactly. Because as we brought up before, who's really responsible for what the innies do? Is it the Audi?
Well,
You know?
more importantly, with that, when something happens, who do you blame? Like as I said, we've seen Irving get punished for his Audi being too tired.
Yep.
So it's a good thing. Like she obviously is getting what's going on. I'm
Mm-hmm.
wondering how much she has to do with if there is any actual reform, like if she's responsible for any of it. Because at the moment she seems to be the only one that's pushing for the innies that's on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's that look. It's almost like a weird look of disgust that he turns his head.
Ooh, a milkshake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's true.
Didn't realize lactation was a very specific sort of fraud, but yeah. But they also seem very aware of what Cobell has done at the same time, which
Hmm.
I have a hard time believing that they knew, or they're just playing along with it. Like, yep, that was a mistake. We're going to make sure that things happen. Because she had to say, well, I was at the party with Mark, and then this happened. Like,
Well, she'd have a chip in her head, wouldn't she? It just never gets switched on and off.
I don't know. We don't know who she is, so she might.
Hmm. Actually, I wonder, is that the same with Milkshake? Is he always an in? Wonder if he has an outie personality.
Well, I mean, it could be one of those ones where, like, the Gemma, where it's like maybe Gemma is in like a coma or something, and this is the alternate version. It could be something like that with him because we've never seen the innie versus outie. We've just seen Milkshake being Milkshake.
Yep, yep.
So,
What was that?
dude,
He
that
just
look.
he turned his head and breathed out.
It's not that he just turned his head, but he turned his head and he tilted his head. It's like,
He exhaled too.
yeah. It's like, bitch, what?
Probably like, oh, I have to do off this shit now.
Mm, mm.
Little flutter of his eyes, like she's a problem.
Yeah. Fix this one, Mark. I mean, Kia, or whatever your name's going to be.
Mm.
She'll never descend to that floor again. So,
So obviously, Helly had already told him this before she went and spoke to Harmony.
yeah.
Right.
Not only that, the way that it was worded, she will never descend. Like, so that gives away.
Scent.
So she'll
Let's look at that.
that means that they're way underground. Because descend
Underground.
means, yeah, well, descend means to go down.
Just gonna look it up. To fall or to move or fall downward.
Yeah.
Or maybe because she's got a promotion, she's going upwards. Maybe that's how they mean it.
It could be, but I think for me, it's him saying, okay, you guys work. The floor that you work on isn't a floor above the thing.
Right.
You just work underground.
See, that's the thing. I always thought that maybe when they got in the elevator, they were going up. But you're right, they could be going down.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, little choice of words make a lot of difference when with
Yeah. See, I
meaning.
didn't. Yeah. See, I didn't pick up on that before.
I like how he says, like, yeah, my words. Like, would you trust the word of,
Someone from Lumen? No.
well, especially when your shit was just violated by someone from Lumen, your boss. This is your secondary boss. Like,
Says he technically their supervisor?
he's,
Would you say?
I mean, yeah, like he would be his direct boss, and Cobell is the
His
other
boss.
boss. Yeah.
Mmm. Bedevil you. Jesse uses some big fancy words. I assume that must mean like annoy you.
Yeah. It's a weird terminology to use the word bedevil you, but
Or
yeah.
something bad, cause great and continual trouble.
But it's also
Torment or harass.
it's an older sort of language, like calling someone like a fetid moppet. You know,
That
it's this
is
old
true.
English style, higher class verbiage.
That's true. Out here any further. So she's
Yeah.
never leaving where she's gonna be in her promotion, maybe?
She's never gonna get to the floor where they're at or bother you out here anymore. Essentially, is there anything else you can tell me? Like he's just like, wait, that I can tell you? He's just like, I have like a billion questions. It's like,
Hmm.
it's like I can tell you what?
And why would this Mark even know what the other Marks said or done?
That's what I mean. Like it's just like, are you?
Is that a question posed to his family more than Mark himself? Because it'd have to be.
I think it's a question that's designed purely simply to see what sort of response it invokes, and that's it. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's what it would be. Yep. No, I agree. Yep. Yep.
I like how he looks at his sister and he's just like, yeah, let's just leave it there, like, because he clearly gets it. There's something not right, but he doesn't know what. Oh yeah,
Something. He's like, you're
he
sus.
knows. He knows they're lying. And as I said, I think that was the point. I think he knew what it was, and that's even there you go, fake
He
corporate
got it.
smile.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, okay, I see what you're doing. Obviously, you're more involved than we thought.
True. That's him. It's Soho saying, nah.
Yeah, he's like, no, we're good, mate. Piss off.
See, look at this jacket, this leather jacket that Milkshake is wearing. Doesn't it look like an older style leather jacket?
Which one?
His leather jacket,
What's? I didn't hear what sort of style you said it was.
old.
Yeah. It looks like a 70s style jacket. Yeah, like everything about
Mm,
him screams 70s.
yeah, seriously, that porn star schmo. Oh, that was completely unauthorized, but what you did to track him down wasn't
Yeah,
cool.
no, we're good.
Got it. Yeah,
Don't you worry about what I did. It's all good, mate.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. What I did was fine.
Yeah, it's fine. What she did, yeah,
Like
that was bad.
he's blaming Audi Mark for everything. Like, hang on, you just came here unannounced and you tracked me with that shit in my head, and you didn't tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, why would
Mark
he?
should be more pissed at him than he is at Mark.
I would be.
Absolutely. It's also very how condescending.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a hallway at Lumen?
Well, yeah. I'm assuming that's the one uh down where Miss
The
Casey
break
needs
room,
to go.
is it? Break room?
Yeah. Well, no, not the break room. The other one.
Or
Remember how Miss Casey had to go back to one? It was a very thin one, and it went down.
to the therapy,
Yeah,
whatever
but
it
I think
was.
it's the one that goes down below when when she's finished her day. How they leave, she goes back
Oh,
down.
because she like lives down there. Ooh, I wonder if he's been down there.
Yeah, something like that.
He's probably been down there and they've wiped his memory or something.
That could be very. I mean, I think that's part of the reason that he's still holding on to something. You know.
Mm. So he's a couple. And they're you look at the style too, they're all cracked and they're all it's not like it's a textured painting too. That's good to have some meaning.
Yeah, I can see that.
Unless this is what I originally thought was maybe his Audi was having moments like Petey, where he was having memories of his innie.
Well, see, that's what I thought, but like he's not severed, so I don't know where that would come from. So, but it very well could.
Yeah, maybe his chip is faulty or something. Or old, I don't know. Actually, they've all slightly got a bit of a red dot in them too. I wonder what the red dot is.
Yeah, so he definitely knows, but like I think it's pretty much confirmed that him and Bert know each other. Like,
It'd have to be.
yeah,
Do you reckon they're old enemies, friends, lovers? What do you reckon they could have been?
yes,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, it
it'd
has to
have
be.
to have been.
Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense.
Maybe there was something with Bert and him, and maybe it was a reason why maybe Irving joined was because of him.
That's that's what I was thinking initially. Maybe it has something to do with him wanting to join.
That look doesn't that looks like you can say that looks like sadness. I don't know. Looks like he's been crying or he's going to cry.
Yeah, there's something about, especially because he's like half in shadow, half in light. You can say he's only half the man he really should be. Without his
It
Bert,
could be well. the sadness is his innie or something. I don't know.
I can see it.
Would he remember? No, unless he would remember his innie self seeing. But oh no, because then he'd probably already know about it.
Not that
But
he knows he's in himself, but like what's his name says a little bit later on, the
oh, the emotions,
the
yeah.
emotions can break through. So if him and Bert were like if he was really in love with Bert, sort of thing, or if they were old army friends or something like that, and there was a genuine affection for them, maybe that transcended through that, or vice versa. Maybe these two
Is
people
that?
on the outside have this weird affection for each other, and they have no idea why they're attracted to each other, and
Mm,
it's only because Innie, Bert, and Irving, like, so hard not to say Bert and Ernie,
I
Bert
know.
and Irving, had that connection.
Yeah, I know it's a motorbike, but it's kind of like a fly.
Yeah, I thought it was a fly at first. I'm like, oh, okay, bit of a fly.
Hang on, is she? Is she Helly? Is the innie Helly, and then the out is Helena,
Yeah, Helena or Helena.
or
Yeah.
whatever it is? So Helly is.
Well, I mean, this season we don't know because I still think that she's going in undercover, that she's actually getting severed. I think when we see Helly in this one, that's actually Helena.
Interesting.
Can't see why she would agree to it otherwise.
Is it? So with season 1 and 2, like, how much time has passed? Has it been like a week or two?
Um,
It still looks like winter time there. Well, obviously it does because it's snow, but
that's a good thing. They said 5 months earlier on, so that's half a year.
but
So
that could be he could have been lying.
that's what I'm saying. He could have been lying. I didn't. You know, what, you're the first one that's brought up anything about the seasons. I like how it's on such an old style TV. Like this is her own private viewing. Why would it be so old school?
Look at the brand, Braun.
Yeah, Braun. It's not. It's the first time it's not a Lumen product.
But how long that company's?
It's a real brand. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, that's the one you put. I know you can buy them at Aldi.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they have all like the tellies and stuff. How I was going to go. How old is this? Oh, they've been around since 1921.
Okay.
And they are German.
Well, there you go.
That's why it's at Aldi.
Yeah, I get that.
Look how she's standing. She's just so she's so relaxed around Mark.
Look, there you go.
That's
Outside,
my
Helena
dog.
actually smiles.
I think her feelings for Mark are seeping through too.
Oh yeah, like what we were saying before. I think that's a lot of this episode where they're saying things transcend the
Yeah,
severance.
true. Because like, why else would they mention that?
Yeah. Oh,
So
naughty!
interested in
Quick change camera on an old TV.
it. She's so interested too.
Yeah. Well, I think, as I said, there could be a chance of the idea of someone having genuine affection for her,
Yeah,
or not wanting anything from her.
yeah.
Where
Because we've already seen that. It looks like her dad doesn't even like her.
well, I don't even know if it's that if her dad doesn't like her or her just she's not.
She's not used to having someone want to be around her or want to, someone who actually likes her for who she is.
Yeah, the idea of
And
someone.
he's not belittling her. He's not putting her down.
Yeah, it's like
So it's something probably new and interesting for her. She's like, huh? Wait, there are nice people? Interesting concept.
it's like, oh, someone actually gives a shit. I don't understand.
Yeah.
They're like, well, this is normal. And they're like, she's like, it is. This is normal. People care.
Mm.
I'm gonna get me some of that Mark tongue. Look at the way she's looking. She's like,
That's her reaction to that comment. She's like,
yeah, exactly. She's not against it.
because you can imagine like if her dad is this big wig fellow who's in this fucking environment, it'd be quite an abusive place to grow up in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, and she probably saw that kiss too, and she probably felt it. It was like, what the hell? She probably didn't even know about the feelings transcending.
Well, I mean, what we don't even know what she really like knows or understands about the whole thing.
That's so cool. Look how empty it is out there.
Yeah,
They've got the trees in the background, the
they do a
hills.
lot. They do good with a lot of negative space. I'll give them that.
It's so cold. Why is she wearing just such a thin dress? They'd have to have the heaters cranked up.
Because it's what they do.
Hmm.
It shows style over substance.
Look at all those chairs perfectly stacked next to each other. Don't they look like they're fake?
Well, it's almost that's what I'm saying. It is fake, even though it's a real thing. It's showing how everything's too perfect.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that must be this must be Lumen over here, is it? The building.
All right, let me have a proper look.
Sure.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising me that it's that
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Well, we assume Lumen's built that whole town for these people to live in.
Yeah.
That's why they have the keys to their house.
Well, I feel like they can just walk into it. Yeah, I, I got the impression that he's really wanting to ask you questions, but when we get to that point, he's more just like, what the fuck? Like, because he just doesn't know what to say.
Hmm.
He's been sitting there all day.
So he does have a mobile phone.
Yeah, true.
He's got a mobile phone, yet all technology looks old. The
Mm,
cars are older, but he has a mobile.
that's true. I didn't think of it like that. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Oh, that was the birthing center lady, like the doula. Is that what they call it?
Oh, the black chick that he slept with in first season.
Love the reflections there. That's pretty cool.
Not gonna lie, they kind of kill it with the reflections. Like,
Yeah, they do. It looks
yeah,
cool though, but yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's right. This guy,
Dylan and Dylan Light.
Dylan and Dylan.
Like, I remember seeing a preview i- image or something, and I saw him, and I'm like, oh, this is they're replacing them with other people.
Yeah, with people who look like him. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I like how his attitude towards everything is that it's almost like it's religious sort of like doctrine, like you've poisoned yourself by doing that. Uh,
Yeah,
you've sinned by doing that.
because we don't know. Like we obviously know he still has a thing in his head, so this guy could be thinking, "Oh well, Lumen's going to be spying on me."
Yeah, they make their own doors. Internal, the bastards.
Well, not just that, like they could be spying. We don't know. They could be
Yeah,
somehow.
but what I'm saying is like from his own perspective, as he says, oh yeah, they make their
Yeah,
own doors in house. The bastard, like how dare they?
yeah. And Dylan was proud too. Like he wasn't messing around. He knows his doors. It seems like.
Yeah, my problem is I don't know if he was messing around or not because I don't know much about doors, so I don't know if this was all common knowledge or he was just guessing or I had no idea what it was all about.
Mm. Oh,
I mean,
really? Why is that? Do I have to knock this down a bit more?
like cut the image in half and it's the same thing. They're leaning back like that.
Yep,
I look at it as the guy on the left is innie Dylan, confident Dylan, and the guy on the right is outie Dylan.
that's true. Yep, that's true. Why did
This,
this joke upset the other bloke, anyways?
I don't know. I just like, okay, maybe the idea of,
Your doors aren't a joke.
yeah,
He's like, he looks up and he's like, can't believe you just said that.
it's just like, all right, dickhead.
He's so disgusted in Dylan.
Yeah, like genuinely, he's just like, I
He's
thought
like,
you were better than
oh,
that. You reminded me of me.
yeah. He's like, but I'd never joke about a door like that. He's like, oh, I fucked up. He goes,
I think Dylan sensed it as well. That's why he's just like, all right, well, maybe I should be honest with you now.
I think he just probably freaked out and was a bit nervous.
Yeah. Like
And
that's
that's why
exactly
he spilled the beans.
what it was. And he was just like, oh, let me be with you. Let me be honest with you. And then someone says that you're like, wait, you were lying before? Why would you say that now?
Yeah.
But yeah, like his response to me is like, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay, and he's just like, that's abhorrent, abhorrent. I think he's the word that he used.
And look at him. He's like, oh, someone watching me?
Could be like I didn't even look at it like that, but I could get why he would think that.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah, we'll consider you.
mind made up.
Yeah. Well, he went from talking to him like a person to just talking to him like a robot.
Because he sounded like he had the job. Now he's just like,
Oh yeah, I thought he had a
sorry.
job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the door joke and the thing that the door joke and him being severed was the part. He was like,
Yeah.
there's too many red flags.
That. Yeah, I can't disagree with that because that's what it looked like. He was just like, "Yep, this guy's perfect, everything," and then he went, "Ah, I guess you're not." And then he's just like, more and more he's thinking about it. He's just like, "Yeah, no. Why would you do that?" It's like, come on, bro. I thought we had something.
I suppose it's better he knew rather than been hiding and then finding out.
Absolutely, and I think that's what it was. Dylan was. I think outside. I think any dealer would have kept that secret. It's like it's none of his business. If he figures it out, yeah, I'll talk my way out of it.
Mm.
You know.
Yep.
It's like it's got nothing to do with him.
Not a certain kind of two people.
Yeah, I'm looking for a certain kind of person or a certain like because I think he understands that there is a separation between the people, um, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Circumcise your brain. I missed that when I first watched
Well,
this.
I mean, how else would you just like you're cutting off a part of you? So it's a weird analogy, but it's not a
But it works, doesn't it?
yeah, it's not completely incorrect. It's just like he's looking at it that way, like you're cutting off. It's like cutting off your dick, but baby wipies. It's such a weird way of saying it.
I
Though.
know.
Like, you having your baby wipies?
Hmm.
So he has a newborn, not just a young
Well,
one.
could be a 1-year-old, could be a 2-year-old. Yeah, don't know.
But what I'm saying is we've seen his young son.
Mm.
I don't think he would need, as he says, wipies.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he does have a big family because he's got that van, in a sense.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that. Yeah, true. He has a people mover.
That's them. Also, those bushes look fake.
Yeah, probably are.
His hair looks so weird.
Is it? Is his hair different? I was going to ask you that because
It's a wig.
is it like
Obviously.
Is it like this? Is it like a Clark Kent situation, Superman, where his hair's parted one way, but it's enough to make
Could
him look
be.
different?
Yeah, because didn't we? And was it the last episode? Didn't it look like his hair was messier when he was outie and
Yeah,
neater when he was innie?
that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Why would you ring him tonight and quit?
I think he's giving himself every chance not to, or maybe it just makes for a better thing because if the guy at the bar that's listening to them, that way he can at least notify Milkshake about it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. So he identified her. Could have been fake.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that he saw her body. He could have seen a corpse that had her
Mm.
jacket on, wedding ring. There was part of me that was just like, she's pushing this a little bit too much, like
Mm.
looking at it
So interested all of a sudden.
like a conspiracy sort of thing. It's like, were you involved? Like, I know that she's not, but it was just like, wait a minute, are you involved? Come on, what's going on here?
Why has he been mean?
He's in grief. This is the whole point of him going to work.
Mm.
This is what he needs. He needs to not think about it because he doesn't. He's not rational when
Mm.
he's that way.
Why would he have to tell her students?
I can't remember what he used to do. Was he a professor as well?
I don't remember.
Something like that. Yeah, it's a cool shot. But
Mm.
like, look at all those
For
cars,
sure.
all odd cars. The only thing I can think of is if Lumen is as big of a company as it is, and they've got a finger in everything, then that stops innovation because competition creates a need to beat someone, and without that, there's no need to try and beat your competitor if you own everything.
Mm. Yep. Love the scenery too.
It is, yeah, it's cool.
Very fake, but it looks good.
Yeah, there's no place that has snow.
No, it's fake. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this dude.
That's what I'm saying. That was the guy, yeah, that I was saying. So he's gone away from his own place to make this call. That's the thing.
It's important for some reason. I wonder if it's he knows
Yeah,
the phones and that attract or listen to.
it could be. Like, if you need to go away to do something, obviously don't do it at your own home.
Mm.
Don't.
He's like this.
I can feel with this one, he's just like, oh, you knew what I was doing? That's
Oh
why you can,
yeah,
that's why you can say, like, say, I just don't trust you at the moment, bro. Like,
yeah.
one time I mentioned something, now all of a sudden you're
Now
here.
you're trying to bribe me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't pick that up before, but yeah, you're right.
Oh, this is where he gaslights him to come back. It's like, do you remember exactly what I said, what you said when you're like, no? It's like, okay, well, I'm going to make something up. So, yeah, it's like,
So it's a no.
yeah, it's like he's supposed to know what's going on. It's such a weird thing as well.
This is sick.
It is. It is. It's fucking sick. Like, he's using he's using your dead wife as, or what else would you? How else would you describe it? Like, he's using her as a tool to try and get you to come back for a job. That's like, nah, man, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
But like, even the way that he asked it, do you still feel like? Because if he said no, it's just like, well, he could turn around and say, well, I'm glad to see that you're over your wife's death. If he said it, like, he had a way out for both of them, enough to guilt him back in there. Though the response that he gives, I think he gave away information he probably shouldn't have.
Who,
So,
Mark?
no, milkshake. So,
Really? What did he say? Is it coming up?
yeah, about how the innies and everything, they they help you heal because he finds love and
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
he not you. He found love, like still even breaking it down to the point where it was just like, well, he's not you.
Exactly.
He found love. You didn't, but you could. You could be the guy that's actually happy if you come back to work.
It just takes time too. He said.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Just
Mm-hmm.
it's gaslighting him into Instead of not necessarily gaslighting. Yeah, well, it's hard because it is him, but yeah, him but not him.
Mm. All those old cars.
Cars, yeah.
And she's like, oh.
Guess who's back? Back again. Sister seems more uppity than he is.
The sister, not his sister, the sister.
Oh, wait, as in Mark's sister.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. I thought they were talking in some sort of weird, like, uh, the brother is in. They're all related.
Why would they also refer to her as the sister?
Well, she's not important enough to have a name. He's important because he has a purpose for them.
So they wouldn't say his sister.
They wouldn't. Yeah, the sister. Ah, actually, yeah, you picked up on something. The sister, not his sister, because
Yeah.
maybe it's not. Mm.
Yeah, I'll go back. I'm pretty sure he says that.
Yeah, the sister. Yeah, the sister's more uppity than he is. The
Mm.
sister seems more uppity than he is, not his sister.
His sister, yeah.
The sister.
What was his name?
Italian something or other. See, this chick here, she's been. I thought, oh god, they're putting her in there. She's been in like the bunch of Marvel shows and other stuff like that, where all of a sudden she just takes over everything, and I'm like, oh, are they gonna do this again with her? But then she wasn't even in it afterwards. So
Oh, okay. Why though? Why is Mark so important? And what is Cold Harbor? Oh wait,
well,
they wanted him to go berserk when he got in there. That's what it was, wasn't it?
no, they just threw a team together. Like this team, they never got a single code. The team that's in there now. They mentioned that they were from the failed 50X division or whatever it was. That didn't get a single number, right? Where Mark's team has been the only one that's been successfully able to do it. The other people get different. Like it's crazy how close the times are together as well. Like,
I know, right?
is there someone holding them back and going, no, no, you go through now, you go through, yeah, yes, no,
Have
no,
to
yes.
be. Well, the elevator's slower than the rest. So 3 days.
Yeah, I think this is showing that because we knew that he was going forward of it, going along with him just to be able to get to the board and mention all that. So
Yeah. See, now I originally thought milkshake was. Oh wait, this is not happening live. Never mind. This is the recording of what happened. Never mind.
well, you thought he was there?
I thought this was a live recording to the team, but no, it wouldn't be.
No, no, because it's like it's recorded. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
no,
like the fact that they're playing all this now with that. Like, did he bring that? Did he bring that to them? Is that the board there?
I think it is.
So Milkshake has more say on the board, who is part of the board, than what Cobell did.
It's possible. Why else? Oh, I don't know actually.
Which does that mean that he was always above Cobell?
I don't know.
Is that the board?
It might not be, but
They seem to make a lot of decisions.
I think it's safe to say that Helly lives there too. Because she just walks through a door. She doesn't. It's not like she
That's what
walks
I'm.
in.
That's what
She's
I'm
already
thinking.
there.
Her entrance makes me think that she didn't go through the process
Mm,
because we just see him like saying, "Come on, come on, come on!" Like he gets anxious just waiting for it.
mm. So he's number 4. Dylan's 13. I think it's it. I think it showed. What number is she? 16.
Could be, I think 16.
Does she look worried there?
Yeah, it's
Oops.
it's weird as well. Also, didn't we see that their tags have their name and everything written on it?
Yeah.
How could they go through the elevator if it detects written words?
Oh no, that's what they. I think that's what they put in that drawer. That's what they take off, put in the drawer, then they grab this blue thing that has no writing on it.
Yeah, this part here, I definitely feel like when she goes up at him, she's not angry at Mark. She's
So
angry at
herself.
herself.
Mm-hmm.
She says you were so easily persuaded, or something. I can't remember what it was.
He's so angry, and he has every right to.
But
I
it's
like
also
it.
shocked why she's so blasé with him. She's just like,
Oh, true, because he's not used to seeing this side of her.
yeah, because he's, oh, I'm the very nice neighbor. Oh, come here, Mark, have my shitty cookies.
Mm-hmm.
You were in my house. Something that you did was in my body. Like, I'm violated. I'm angry.
Absolutely.
Even when he pausing, it looks like he wants to say "fuck you."
Yeah, I ate
He
your
said "fuck
shitty
cookies."
fucking
Yeah,
cookies.
but yeah,
What do you think that looks about? She's like,
just like yeah, I didn't think they
I
were
don't
gonna be great.
care.
Or like, you ate them.
No, that little
Yeah.
that was the I'm disappointed, Mark.
Okay, so did Milkcheck bring over a pineapple for him
Yep.
initially? I couldn't remember. Yeah, I know he did
Yep.
with everyone else, but it was so easily. Yeah, that's lying to herself. I wouldn't have thought that, but
Yeah,
as
she
soon as he
definitely.
mentioned it, as soon as he mentioned something about something to do with Gemma, like he, it shows now that Audi Mark definitely believes that there's something to that. That it's more.
Mm-hmm.
She's alive has nothing to do with the baby. He now fully believes that
What was that? Sorry.
when he's like, she's alive, and like his brother-in-law was gaslighting him, saying, "No, you meant that the baby was there."
Yeah. He's like, where are you going?
This part is definitely her wanting to say something but chucking a tantrum.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So jump on the car, Mark.
She knows how important Mark is to the company.
Hey.
She knows how important Mark is to the company. So if she
I think
hurt Mark, the company's definitely coming after her.
I think she wanted to tell him something.
Yeah.
She just couldn't. Because they're probably listening.
Or I am Gemma in a new body. Don't you see, Mark? I'm
Mm-hmm.
so angry. You should have told. You should have known by those cookies. I never could make cookies.
Her looking down. She's like, it's her like, yes.
She also looks like she's tearing up a little bit. Just that she's just about on the verge of crying.
She's
And
uncomfortable. She looks
she's
tense.
uncomfortable. There's guilt. Look, she's not even making eye contact. I mean, unless she was the one that caused the accident, but I don't know.
Very telling.
Yeah. She's like, fuck it, I've come this far. I mean, I like what you said when we watched it. You're like, get in the car and fucking chase her. Like,
Yeah, I know.
if you
Follow the
want,
bitch. That's what I would have done.
yeah.
Car chase this motherfucker. You know what? Going to her house, you find out what's going on in there.
Yeah.
You know, do something.
Not that I think she'd have anything left, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, only time will tell
Mm.
what happens next episode. Oh, I will stop sharing.
There we go.
Done.
Done. Yeah, so not a lot of big definitive answers, but a lot of little answers, and a lot which gives us a lot more questions, which I quite like. Gives us enough information to be able to confirm or
Mm-hmm.
deny some of our own theories, but doesn't go, well, this is everything, or this is nothing because it's not from. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say we've definitely
yeah,
got more information than from.
yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think this is definitely better than the first episode, but I think the first
Definitely.
episode is better now because of the information in this one.
Mm. Hands down. And I haven't seen any previews for the next episode, and I probably won't.
No,
But
me
it'll be
neither.
interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we got
What's
still
today?
4 days. It's like, that's it, tomorrow, next day? Oh, no, 4 days.
I thought it was 3 days.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 3 days. Yep. You're right. I can't count. So, final thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good episode. We definitely got maybe not all the answers we wanted, but we got like you said, little bits to keep us on the edge of our seat, keep us edging, as your friends would say. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Let's edge.
Mm-hmm. All right. See you then.